I'm Travis.
And I'm Jamie. And we're from Alabama.
We may be polar opposites,
but we make it work. How well do we shop together? Well, I would say most of the time pretty good shopping together. But sometimes he does embarrass me just a little.
What she calls embarrassing is what I call master negotiating skills. Bargaining techniques, no problem. Took me almost a year to talk them out of this piece right here. We were shoeing the horses at her house. She had everything piled up for a garage sale. Took me a year to talk her out of it. I paid $40 for it. This piece right here, Jamie said was junk. Well, it is a Weller's 1930 water gourd. It's maybe not the prettiest, but I could tell it was well built. Nicely made. Didn't know anything about pottery at the time. Paid $5. We now can sell it for $99. Our mission this year at the world's longest yard sale will be looking for the stuff nobody really wants. Things that people discard. This right here, like an old water trough, we'll turn this into a chair, a flower planter, or anything. Maybe an old bed. This old bed we got for $25. We'll fix it up, redo it, and resell it. It doesn't matter what we drive, we'll buy whatever we want when we get there because we'll rent an 18-wheeler, a U-Haul, or whatever. We will not let what we drive detour what we buy.
Okay, funny stories about yard selling. I guess probably some of the funniest things that happened to us is that we would go to auctions or maybe yard sales looking for antiques, and I guess we really don't look like your typical antique shoppers or your typical yard sellers, especially with Travis with his braids and his bandanas.
Bargaining tip number 1. A lot of people use the old take the item and run it down, point out all the flaws. That does work sometimes, but with professionals, it doesn't. The strategy I felt works best is take the piece and really build it up. Fall in love with it as much as they did when they bought it. They tend to be a little more easier coming off of it and selling it when they know it's going to a good home and you like it just as much as they did. Bargaining tip number 2. Jamie hates this one. She says I embarrass her every time. Let's say we're looking at this jug and I ask the owner, how much do you want for this? $200. I'll fire back with $5. I have found out when somebody talks crazy, the only way to deal with them is just to act crazy back.
Yeah. So we would really, really love the chance to be on the world's longest yard sale show with you.
We may not be the best in the business, but we probably are.